Hello and welcome back to the channel. If collecting Scope 3 data from suppliers feels like you're spending more time chasing emails than analyzing emissions, you're not alone. For many organizations, supplier engagement becomes the biggest bottleneck in Scope 3 reporting. You send a questionnaire, wait, follow up, wait again, and often end up with only half the responses. Then you spend weeks cleaning the data you finally receive. The good news is that the organizations collecting the best supplier data aren't sending more emails. They're building a better process. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how to do that, from deciding which suppliers to contact to improving response rates and collecting data that's actually useful. Let's get into it. Before you contact a single supplier, ask yourself one question. Do I actually need data from this supplier? One of the biggest mistakes organizations make is emailing every supplier in their database. If you have 4,000 suppliers, you don't need to contact all 4,000. Start with the suppliers that matter most, usually based on three things: how much you spend with them, their estimated emissions, and how strategically important they are to your business. Quite often, a relatively small group of suppliers accounts for the majority of your Scope 3 emissions, and that's where your effort should go first. The next mistake is asking for too much information. Imagine receiving a questionnaire with 50 questions. You're probably not excited to complete it, and neither are your suppliers. Decide exactly what you need instead. For many organizations, that's a handful of questions. Do you measure your corporate emissions? Do you have product carbon footprints? Do you use renewable electricity? Do you have a science-based target? That's already enough to start having meaningful conversations, and every extra question you add reduces the chance of getting a response. Now think about this from the supplier's perspective. They're probably receiving similar requests from dozens of customers. If your request is hard to understand, requires a lot of manual work, or asks for information they've already shared elsewhere, it's likely to end up at the bottom of their priority list. The easier you make the process, the better your response rate will be. Use clear language, explain why you're collecting the information, tell suppliers exactly how it will be used, and give them a realistic deadline. Here's something many organizations overlook. Before asking suppliers to complete a questionnaire, check whether they've already published the information. Many large suppliers already disclose emissions through sustainability reports, CDP, annual reports, or product carbon footprints. If the information already exists, use it. Your suppliers will appreciate not being asked for the same thing twice. Eventually, some suppliers won't respond, and that's normal. The answer isn't sending reminder emails every few days. It's prioritizing your follow-up. Focus on the suppliers with the highest emissions impact. Reach out through existing procurement relationships where you can. Explain why the data matters. A short conversation is often far more effective than another automated reminder. Supplier engagement works best when it's treated as a relationship, not a transaction. Once responses arrive, don't upload them into your inventory straight away. Take a few minutes to validate them first. Are the reporting years consistent? Are the units correct? Is a product footprint being confused with company-wide emissions? Has the supplier reported Scope 1 and 2 or a full product footprint? These checks save a huge amount of time later. This is probably the question we're asked most often. What if a supplier simply ignores the request? Don't let one missing response stop your program. Use recognized secondary data or emissions factors for now, record where assumptions have been made, and replace those estimates as better supplier information becomes available. That's exactly how mature Scope 3 programs evolve. Perhaps the biggest mindset shift is this: supplier engagement shouldn't happen once a year. It should become part of your procurement and sustainability processes. Update supplier data regularly, track progress over time, expand supplier coverage each year, and make every reporting cycle easier than the last. The organizations collecting the best Scope 3 data aren't working harder. They're working with a repeatable system. So let's recap. Don't start with every supplier. Start with the ones that matter most. Ask only for information that supports decisions. Keep requests short and easy to complete. Reuse existing disclosures wherever possible. Validate every response before you use it. And remember that strong supplier relationships will always deliver better results than chasing another email. Better supplier engagement doesn't just improve your Scope 3 inventory. It builds the foundation for real collaboration and meaningful emissions reductions across your supply chain. If you found this useful, give it a like and subscribe for more practical guides on Scope 3 reporting, supplier engagement, and corporate decarbonisation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.